Interruptions. I don't know what happened. The energy got intense. I hope I can find you guys all back. I'm so sorry about that. I'll wait here till you guys can get back online. I'm really sorry. Let me know when you guys are here, and we'll get busy. I'll just give you guys a moment. For those of you that are just popping on this channel, with this message, I'm talking about a twin flame journey, and I'm doing a tarot spread. I'm sorry that it has to be in 3 parts, but it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. That's how YouTube puts off videos from whatever uploads. This must be prime time. So sorry, guys. Thank you for being back. Thank you. Hi. All right. So this is continuation of part 2 from part 1. And we're going to keep going, okay? Keith, hi guys. All right, you're back. Awesome. I'll wait just a minute so I can get a few more people from the other live over here. I'm so sorry about the interruption. Let me know when you're here. Jen, hi. Hi. I'll wait for Karen. I love you guys. I hope you like this. I'm so sorry it's so long. You know, Spirit's working through me, guys, and I'm just sorry. I really, really am. Let me tell everyone you're here on the other side. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Keith, I'm reading you. I love it. That's great. God is working through you, honey, or whoever you say source is. He's working through you. You are awakening 100%. 100. This is the awakening. This is the clearing. Okay? Part 3, that's right. I'm sorry. I wish it didn't have to restart, but I wish YouTube would upgrade and get some amazing service where you can say continue your live or start a new one. I would love that option because then I would say continue live, but it won't let me. Okay. You're right. 3 is a good number. I love the positivity, Ray. Are you Saggy with all your optimism? Okay. All right. So let's just go ahead and go. You guys are all back. Did you guys tell everyone over there that we're here? Good. Do you suppose to feel your twin spiritually? Yes. Yes, we always do. 100. 100. You're here too, guys? Yes. Thank you, Brown Sugar. I love you, honey. Can you guys please let the other people know we're here? Because I hate that stupid YouTube still lets it be live over there for whatever reason. And then everyone's like, huh, where'd Steph go? Trina, I did email you. I'll get back to you on that in a little bit. Yeah, I did yesterday. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I'll do a double check as soon as I'm done here, okay? I love you. I've been thinking about you. I had a really great message for you, and a lot of it was kind of like this, spiritual awakening. So I hope that it means something for you today, Trina. Yay, you guys are back. Love you. Okay. Let's see. I'm still waiting for more people to come on. Where's my honey? Where's my honey bunny? That's what I'm saying. Lots of trolls. Yeah, they probably gave us some bad vibes. They sent us some bad vibes on the last channel, and we had to purge. But Karen's a moderator, so I'll see. I haven't seen Karen on here yet, though. I need Karen on here. The people over there on the other side need to come on. That's what I need to ensure. There you are, Karen. I love you. Okay. Let's just go ahead and start. I think a lot of people know. Okay. So let's just continue. Where I was going with where I was going in my bath and everything, I did a spiritual cleansing. I did a spiritual bath. I was purging. I was crying. My soul was crying out to God. It was an answer to my prayer, because I did pray and I did a candle ritual in regards to my prayer, asking for guidance and asking for clarity on this journey and who I am and what this means and what I need to know to grow. That's specifically what I wanted to know. What can I learn to help me grow? And thus, what can I teach to help others grow? Just, I need some enlightenment here. I was very thirsty. Anyways, I did the bath. I got onto it, my loves, and I cried and I purged. And when I realized that I was not there for my masculine 24/7, that I was only giving him 80% of me, that there was a part of me that I was coveting, that I was holding back, waiting for the right time, waiting for either marriage, waiting for either commitment, waiting for either him to be clear, and my ears are ringing as I said that, waiting for him to be clear of any karmic energy so I could then be complete enough to confess my heart to this person. I realized I was holding back, and that is karmic. That is very devilish, and that was part of my issue. I cannot ascend with that programming. I cannot open my crown chakra with that kind of programming. I cannot open my third eye with that kind of programming. And God was telling me that, and he was kind of just letting me know, I understand that you're asking Source to cleanse and purify my chakra so it can be opened. And I realized it was not open, and I could not do that because that was not clear. And then I realized I had an overwhelming sense of apologetic energy. I felt so remorseful. I felt so remorseful to God. I felt so remorseful to my twin. I felt so remorseful to my higher self. I felt like I let down my higher self and God. I felt like I let them down. I felt so bad, and I just cried, and I cried tears of sorrow, of pain and agony and apologetic feelings, just telling God, I am so sorry that I was seeing things that way. I am so sorry that I did not see clearly what I needed to see to go forward. I am so sorry. And in that apology, what I was dealing with there was the truth that I'm not perfect. I'm human. I'm a spiritual body. I'm a spiritual person in a human body. And in that knowledge, I gave mercy on myself. And that was God's way of saying, I give mercy on you. I give mercy on you. You are forgiven. You said sorry. You cleansed your soul. You ever hear that term, salt water heals people? Yes, it does. And your tears are salt water. And they were healing and cleansing and purifying my soul, which is what you guys are going to do. Which, if you're doing that, great, or you will be doing that. But I'm sure you guys are going to be doing that. If you are crying and you're feeling that overwhelming sense of emotions, which is what I think you guys are probably going through. Look how beautiful that girl is down here crying. You see her apologeticness? She's just shame. She feels shame. She realizes she didn't see through the dark. And that dragon is eating her leg. Her flesh was being eaten alive by fears. That right there, my friends, is 9 of Swords. This right here in another card is 9 of Swords. Eating yourself alive. Eating yourself alive by your emotions. It was eating you up. And when I realized this, that I was only giving this person 80%, and that even now in my fear, because these chains are also chains of fear, I realized that I was not expressing myself fully to my masculine because I was scared to lose him. And then it hit me, and God said, honey, you're not ever going to lose him. Ever. This is your soulmate. This is your person for life, for eternity even. This is your other half. This is your yang to your yin. Even if you don't have this person physically, spiritually you are his and he is yours because you are one and I am with you. And that saying in the Bible, and this is part of that truth, let no man separate what God brings together. Let no man or woman separate what God brings together. And we will never be separated. We will eternally be bound. And I loved myself 100 that day. I felt convicted. And I felt that me hiding that part of myself from my twin was me hiding a part of myself from me. I wasn't even aware. I was under the illusion. I was hiding that part of me. And I realized I love him no matter what. No matter if he says yes to me, no to me, whether he has a karmic or not, whether he is dead or alive. Because I don't love his body. I love his soul. I love every experience he has had in this day, and yesterday, and tomorrow, and 100 years ago, and 100,000 years ago. I love every part of his being, every experience he's had. I got to a point in my crying there in my bath that I said, God, I even love his karmic partner. How can I be this way? Because 2 days ago, I hated her. Now I love her. And you know what it was? It was God in me. He said, well, he didn't say, he showed me himself. And he said, do you see how I love endlessly, abundantly? I love this person through faults. I love this karmic through faults. I love you through fault. I just love. I just love. I just vibrate love and life, and that's the Empress. I just vibrate it. I'm just a badass like that. I just vibrate love. I don't have hate. And it's not that you can't have a little hate, because that's a good balance to have. There are some things you should hate. I hate black licorice. Okay? I hate being too hot. There are some things I hate, and that's okay. You can have some hate. There just needs to be some balance. But should we ever hate another soul? I don't know. That's up to you and your own intuition. But I can tell you that night that I felt nothing but love. I felt nothing but love for my twin and the people that's in his life and his children and his experiences and everything that that person has gone through. I loved it all. I loved it all, and I welcomed it all in my life. And I said, I'm sorry, and I have not expressed. And then I realized one other fact that you guys will probably realize on this journey with this part of ascension. I realized that how can he make decisions with half of the information? How can he make decisions about me or his journey without the full picture, physically? If I'm not telling this person, I really love you truly, madly, deeply. You're my everything. I think of you day and night. I miss you. I love you from the depths of my soul and back forever, endlessly. I think you're my soulmate. I think you're beautiful. If I don't tell this person this, how can he make decisions in his future without having the full picture? Maybe if I told this person the full picture, he would make different choices. I don't know. I'm not saying he has to, but I'm saying he should have the option. He should have the option to make a decision with all the information, because that's justice. That's balance. And I need to give him that option. The same way us as divine feminines cannot make decisions for our growth without the whole picture, how can we expect them to? And if we want something to change for us, we need to change. You've heard that saying. So if you want something to change, you need to change. Right? So I changed. I decided last minute that night in the bath to write a message to my divine love, who, by the way, I was fighting with, but still in communication. But it was not in a good place. There was no reason normally that I would express myself unless I felt safe. I only expressed myself if I felt safe. I didn't feel safe. In fact, I felt very, very vulnerable. I felt very vulnerable. That I was going to be cut down, cut out, maybe laughed at, put down at, cursed at, who knows what. But I did not feel safe. But I realized, screw safe. I'm going to release myself from this chain and this bondage, and I'm going to get control back on my life. And I'm going to give myself 100 with everybody. I'm going to be honest, not just when I feel safe, but I'm going to be honest all the time, because I will not be controlled by fear. I will not have this devil keeping a chain on me that I cannot express myself because I'm scared, because I think he might go, because I realize something from God. He'll never go. He is mine. His soul is part of me, and I'm not going to lose me. I may physically have issues down here, but I'll never lose my love for him, and I will never not be connected to him. And I pulled an oracle earlier that day, and I don't know if I can pull it now. Let me see if I can find it. but it definitely talked about that, about us not being apart, that we're never apart. Um, let me find it, because I found that night when I was suffering, and that message came up. I hope I can find it. Let me find it. If it's meant to be, I will find it here, but it's definitely here. So it was about that, even though you're not with me in physical form, I am always with you, and we're never separated. Here it is, my beloved. This card came out to me that night, and I hope it comes out for you guys, but I am going to read it. And it says, my beloved, though we may physically be apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Nothing is missing. And when I realized that, and I'm going to keep that out though, because it's a special little energy for me. But when I realized that, I said, that's it. That's the answer. I'm going to get through my emotions. I'm going to trudge my way through them. I'm going to text this person a beautiful whatever, whatever came out of my heart, and I'm going to tell this person. And remember, don't do what I did just because I did it. Oh, I better go do that. It has to be at the right time for you. You have to feel divinely pushed and revealed that now's the time. I felt that in the bath, for me, that was the time, because I was crying, I was cleansing, I was purging, and I purified myself enough to see the truth, that I was not faultless, that I was not blameless, that I also had victimhood and chains of fear and illusion. And if I wanted to ascend, to be powerful by myself on my own soul journey, on my own path, I realized that that was the right time for me. My soul was crying out that I need to burst out my love. I felt like an explosion. It was certainly a tower, but I felt like I was going to burst with emotion. And so I wrote what I wrote to this person, and I said how I truly felt. I didn't make it super long like a book, but it was a long enough message. And one of the last things I'll tell you is when I was recalling the past and how I was only giving 80% to that person, I realized by giving only 80% that I remembered specific situations. Okay, specific situations that I failed him. And I said things like, that time you were drinking and you were in grief and you were needing help. I regret that I was not there for you. I regret that there were times where you were acting out and your soul needed me, and I didn't come to you because I was empty. I had an empty cup, and I didn't see you for what you were, and I didn't give you unconditional love. And I regret that there was opportunities that you gave me even then to fix things. And in my ego, it wasn't good enough. And I expected something else. And I didn't act on that. I didn't perform like a soulmate. I performed like a karmic. And I didn't say all those details, but the instances. The point is, I expressed myself, and I let this person know that I missed them every day, and that I loved them every day since we've been apart, and that I am not over this person. I said, I am not over you. I am a liar if I would tell you that it's okay to be friends with benefits. I am a liar to say that I can just be your friend. I am a liar if I told you I was okay without you. Because the truth is, I'm not. I'm okay as a person, but my heart is yours, and I love you, and I'm not over you. That is the truth. And the truth is, thinking about you brings me joy. Seeing your face brings me 1,000,000 times more joy. And having you in my presence brings me heaven on earth. I feel nothing more elated and happy than that. And you should know that I love you no matter what. I don't care what position you're in with this karmic and with whatever you're doing. I don't even care. I said, I just want you to know that I love you from the bottom of my heart, depths of my soul. And that won't change. But I will not continue to lie to you and tell you anything other than my true self and my true feelings. And my true feelings are I'm truly, madly, deeply in love with you, and I am not over you. Now, you can do what you want with that information. I don't even have to have a reply. And it can go deeper than that. That's not exactly what I said, guys, but in essence, you can put your own spin on things, and you can imagine my spin on things. It was a lot better than what I just said. It was heartfelt in the moment. But the point is, I let this person know my truth. I was extremely vulnerable, extremely scared, terrified to be cut off and rejected. But you know what? That's okay, because what did I do? I spoke my truth, and I became, let me fix that, sorry. And I became who I needed to be for this person. I became my true self. I revealed a part of me, as vulnerable as it may seem. But I became very vulnerable and open, and in doing so, that's strength. When you see the strength card and you see the Empress rubbing the lion's head, that's being gentle. It's being strong by being gentle. It's very, very difficult to go into a situation where you're going to lose, and that you got the short end of the stick, and that you're giving up on everything you could ever want, but you would rather have clarity and certainty. Okay, you'd rather have clarity and certainty that this person knows your truth, and you guys are open and honest with each other. At least you know that you did your part and you can go on from there, instead of living an illusion that maybe sometime is going to be another time. Maybe next time will be better. Maybe there's a better time to have this conversation. Maybe when this time is right. Right? So I took away the power that the devil had over me. I gently, lovingly calmed that beast. I killed my own beast inside me, and I faced my fear. And I opened up, and that was being strong, because like you said, vulnerability is okay. Thank you, Dee. But yeah, being strong, facing your vulnerability, being vulnerable. And that's what I did. Now, the good news, I didn't get cut off and shunned and cursed out or embarrassed. This person received it shockingly well. I don't know what the future holds, but I know this person was surprised. I know this person was shocked at how I really felt, because I had not expressed myself from the depths of my soul any other time. Not even when we were together did I express some of these feelings. So it did go surprisingly well. Do I have all the answers and wishes to my prayers right now? No, but I don't care. Okay. That being said, I'm free. That's freedom. If you're wondering what freedom is, that's freedom. And I didn't tell you the latter part of my message to him. And this is a form of purging. And that's what I did to clear my chakras. I think I really cleared my solar plexus. Okay, of holding on, not letting go, in my sacral and my root. All my lower vibes, I cleared the way so it can start moving up to my heart. I think I also cleared my heart chakra. Okay, but clearing these lower chakras made way for my upper chakras. It made way for my third eye and my crown chakra and my throat chakra. I also cleared that chakra with speaking my truth and being real with him and I. So by doing that, I allowed myself to be free, and I was free from this devil card. I was free from this energy. I was no longer bound and controlled by fear, manipulation, anxiety, stress, karmic energy. I felt like I could breathe again. I was free. I was free from the illusion that I had to get what I want the way I wanted it. I was free from the illusion that me as a feminine had to be approached a specific way by my masculine. Okay, so I was definitely free from that. At the same time, I really feel like I freed this person as well. I freed my twin from that bondage because I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what he was feeling. But those thoughts of anger and resentment, little seeded things that I may have created along the way in our relationship, it's gone. It towered and cleared away for a new future because I wasn't hanging on to that anymore. Okay, I was not hanging on to it. And therefore, by me releasing it, this person was also not hanging on to it. So now this person is free. Free to make a choice. This is a choice. Free to make a choice. Free to do what you need to do. I left it up to him, and I just left it up to universe as well. Coming in, I let go of my desire to happen a specific way. The King of Wands often talks about control. It often talks about having to have control over the situation, which I relented. I gave up control, and maybe you guys will be giving up control. And in such of doing so, the Phoenix rising. I went through the fire. I went through hell. I went down to the depths of my soul and the things I didn't like about myself, the lies I told myself, the programs I thought were necessary. And I let go of that. I defeated the devil. I went and burned my old self up. This is like the death card. I basically went through a death of self. I rose like the Phoenix rising, and as I arose, as you guys will arise, there's the third eye. There's the third eye chakra. I've cleared my chakras. I have opened my third eye. I can now see things the way God sees things. And that's really the third eye. It's seeing things the way God sees things. Now this choice that I made, that you guys will be making, is not two choices. You have a third. Do you want to do a divine feminine role? Do you want to do a masculine role? Do you want to be a balanced role? What is your role today as a person? You have choices. It's more than two. And it's breaking the box and the illusion that things have to be a specific way. Your masculine does not have to be a specific way. He does not have to approach you a specific way. You do not have to have a specific apology. You do not have to have specific clarification from this person. What you do need to have, which like I said, is the only rule that I think applies, is balance. And if you're not balanced, if you catch yourself asking God to help you, getting that information and that burden and that guidance from Spirit, if you have that burden and that guidance from Spirit to clear yourself of this and free yourself from this devil card, you need to do it. In essence, I didn't free myself from my twin. I did not free him from me and say, I'm done with you. I don't want you anymore. Here's the truth. I'm basically releasing you. I freed myself from the devil. I freed myself from him. No more. No hold on me. No fear. No nothing. I became the Phoenix. I became the Phoenix. I am no longer bound. My words are not bound. My actions are not bound. I am not bound anymore by earthly or religious or physical restrictions. I am free. And in essence, that is a twin flame journey, to free yourself from all of these bondages. Now, I did write in my message that, because I had to express myself, remember there's power in the word. There's power in words. They are vibrations. They do become things. You know, we were doing romance angels, which I will pull those here next. But we were doing romance angels quite a while, guys, for some weeks. And we always saw release the ex. We always saw codependency. That did come up a lot. And a lot of other readers had also been pulling up codependency. And when you're having that codependent energy, you have to release it. And like I said, I used to view that as that's him, that's him, that's him. No, Spirit awoke in me and said, it's not just him, it is also you. It is not just him. And until you realize that part of yourself until you wake up and see your role, that you are not perfect, that there are things that you hurt this person also. You may not have considered it equal or as balanced as what they did to you, but nonetheless, the way justice sees it, it was a wrongdoing. Okay, it was something that needed to be dealt with. And I did. I realized it. I nipped it in the butt. I apologized. I cleared myself. And I'm free. I am no longer captured by the devil. I don't expect to see that devil card in any more of my readings because there is no more codependency in my realm. I've released it. And maybe you guys on this journey, which is what I'm seeing through these cards, are now being pushed and urged and called to clear these specific 3 chakras, throat, crown, and third eye chakra. You're being called to clear them so you can see things clearly for what they really are. So your decisions from this point forward are seeing things spiritually from God's eyes and not just your own. So if you are feeling called, and let's just say example, I think you guys who are on that specific reading that I'm doing right now, you're probably seeing 333 a lot. So that is part of the journey. And in order to clear that, it starts with the throat chakra. And you know what's hilarious? You want to know what's funny? I lit a candle for my DM to clear his truth. And I ended up clearing my truth. He hasn't even cleared his truth yet to me. I'm still waiting for that one. If it ever comes, I don't know. But I know that the candle I lit for him, I lit for my own self. So basically, I put the fire under my own ass. So when you're trying to be enlightened as a twin, sometimes you put the fire under your own ass. And if you think someone's going to clear something for them, be prepared because you might actually be asked to clear that shit for yourself. And I hadn't even thought of that. When I gave this masculine of mine my truth, I never thought I'd see the day. For me to admit my heart and my feelings, I was like, oh, I'll wait till we get married. I'll wait till it's the right time, till this person loves me back and expresses that they love me. When it's safe to love, I will express. But I never thought I would express in my vulnerability. I never thought I would do that. And that is defeating the devil. That is definitely the strength card. So that's what I did. So be careful when you're lighting candles and asking for things from the universe to clear a roadway, to clear a pathway for love, law of attraction. Remember, when you're asking for things to be cleared and you're asking for truth, you may be asking for yourself as well, because what you think about, you bring about. Okay? Coming over here, and I'm going to keep moving on because blah, 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 Stephanie. I have the 7 of Wands. Now, in traditional tarot decks, the 7 of Wands is somebody being defensive and drawing a line. But in this specific deck, which is the, I think it's the Dreams of Gaia tarot, she's reflecting in this bowl to see the future, past, present, and future. She's gaining wisdom through this bowl, just like Nostradamus used to do for the queen, getting information through the bowl, which is the water, the lotus, the wisdom. The bowl symbolizes emotions, water, which is ideally what we're dealing with up here, emotions. Okay, so she is reflecting in this bowl of emotions, and that's going through your emotions and purging what needs to be purged, seeing what needs to be cleansed. Salt water heals, right? I was literally sitting in a bath of salt water, and not only that, I was crying. So there's more salt water coming from my soul. There's the third eye with the locust right there on her, or the moth, whatever that is, on her third eye. So that is definitely clearing and getting your thoughts of God. And there's the third eye right here at the top on this tree. You see? Third eye chakra. So it's about seeing through your emotions. The 2 cats symbolize the shadow side and the light side. Dark and fire, yin and yang, masculine and feminine. The snake is about wisdom and shedding skin and transforming. The snake is always growing and shedding their skin. Her hair is the fire, just like the phoenix. You have to go through hell and fire to see the truth through your emotions. You must. You must and you will. If you're resonating in this journey, you will. By the way, the signs that I'm seeing is Virgo, Leo, Libra, um, Cancerian, Pisces, Sagittarius, and obviously Capricorn. All right, so that's the signs I'm seeing. Going on over here to this Two of Earth, Two of Pentacles. I definitely feel like you're balancing things out now. With the chakras, which is what we had here with this guy, Ten of Wands. Remember, Ten of Wands is putting the burden down. I forgot to stress that. 10, which is what that is, 10 of Wands is putting the burden and the stress down. Finally having the tools to do the right thing. Make a decision and ascend. That's why he has wings. And ascend and fly. He is now full of wisdom and insight. Okay, it's putting down those shackles, putting down those karmic visors. Through rose-colored glasses, you only saw specifically a specific way. It's putting that down to rest. 10 of Wandsing it. So you go from a 9 of Wands to a 10 of Wands. And that's exactly what I said. Hillary, if you're watching, you know that's what I said before these cards ever came out. And here it is in the proof. You go from the 9 to the 10 because you go from carrying a very big burden, not releasing, asking for wisdom. You're still strong and you want answers. You're not ready to give up on the journey. But then you have clarity and you realize, I have to ask God for help. I have to ask the universe for intervention because I can't do this alone. And you don't have to do this alone. It's not a one-party show. It's a 2- and 3-party show. And if you guys can excuse me for 1 minute, I do have to take care of an important phone call. Just 1 second. I love you. Bye. Okay, sorry about that, guys. It's a divine message, and sometimes divine messages don't go as planned. But like I said, the 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands, you ascend. The 9 of Wands, it's like things are not always working out the way you thought. You did not have things to happen the way you intended. When you started out your journey, you had a specific set of rules and a specific idea on how this was going to happen, which is classic King of Wands. You go for what you want, you have a specific idea, and you stick to it. Very stick-to-itiveness. But you had to learn on this journey that you have to let go of your specific general ideas and programming, the way a masculine works, the way a feminine works, the rules that apply on a twin flame journey, etc., etc., etc. There is no rules. I want you to know, especially if you're just chiming in. There is no rules to this twin flame journey. The only rule that applies is balance. The only person that you should ever listen to is your own intuition. If you're struggling listening to your own intuition and you feel you need recognition or like you need to have I don't know the word. You feel like you need to have an okay from somebody, okay? That's when you really need to focus on clearing your solar plexus chakra. That's your confidence, your stability, okay? You really need to clear that because if you feel like you have to get some kind of assurance through tarot cards or through other people, through confirmations of certain ways, then you're not clear enough to receive divine messages spiritually through your third eye or your crown chakra. Okay, so you really need to clear that if you're having some struggles. It's okay to get answers. It's okay to be curious. It's perfectly fine to get a feeler on what's going on out there in the spiritual world through tarot. That's wonderful. That's why this is here. But if you feel that you can solely only rely on those forms of verification, then there is a problem. And that's when you need to clear that Well, obviously, yes, the throat and the solar plexus chakra. So basically what I'm saying here at this reading is, guys, it's not just the masculine that needs to clear their karmic codependency. It is also you. You may not have a karmic partner, but you have a karmic codependency. And the karmic codependent energy is really just earthly, earthbound, restrictive, and low vibrational. So you don't need to have that. Thank you so much for your super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So when you come to that realization, you will be clear as day. Phoenix rising, and you're being called to do that. This is going to happen for a lot of you within the next 2 months. 9 weeks to 2 months. Yeah, 9 weeks. 8 to 9 weeks, okay? It's going to happen. It's either already happened or it's going to happen within this time frame. I do see a clearing and a spiritual speaking of truth. You will speak to your beloved and you will find balance. But the most important thing is making that tough choice, that tough call, saying to that person, look, I love you. This is how I feel. Whatever it is for you. I also, in case it makes any of you guys feel better, when you express things, as I was trying to say before I got interrupted, when you speak things, they become things. Haha. That flew out in case you guys wanted to see. Engagement. When you speak things, becomes things. I also told him that I free him from my soul. I free him from my energy. I free him from my thoughts. And I free him. And that he is free to love. And who am I to stand in his way? Who am I to prevent him from finding love from someone that will give him 100, even though I know 100% that it's not the karmic, but it's the point. Freeing him enough to know that you're welcome to go get whatever you need to go get that gives you 100, because I know I wasn't. I know I didn't give you 100 when we were together, but I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that I realized there are some things I did wrong, and thank you for showing me that on this journey. Thank you for that, and I want you to know that I've grown as a person, and I love you unconditionally, and I hope you love me, and if you don't, that's okay. I don't restrict my love from you because you don't love me, but just know one thing. I don't want to hear about the karmic. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it. And if I have to prevent myself from seeing it, so be it. But I don't want to see it because it does hurt. And you do have to protect yourself. In some sense, don't drive yourself crazy. But it's all about, just expression, okay? Freeing yourself from the devil. I'm not going to live my... Oh, shit. Oh, well. I never want to see that again. Because this is the one. Is it fixed? What is the best way to handle our TF being married? Is it fixed, guys? I was frozen, but I'm not anymore. Okay, good. It's fixed. Stupid thing. So my point being on here, guys, this is the one. I don't need to be codependent. Your answer to what do you do if your love is married? I would recommend you express your truth no matter what. You tell this person 100 how you feel and let them make their choices. Let them make their choices and their decisions. Don't let them be codependent in assumptions. Don't assume that they know how you feel. Don't assume that they know this, because as a divine masculine, they don't. They don't. Okay? Not one bit. Oh, thank you so much for your super chat. Oh, I love you so much, Katrina. I love you. Mwah. You're the best. Thank you so much. Moving forward here, for yourself, Phoenix rising, choice, this, that. You have a balance. You're now reflecting. I'm going to pull some more over here. Spirit, what is going to happen now that the King of Wands is in reverse? Now that he has let go of the control of the situation, he's in reverse. He's no longer controlling the outcome and trying to control how this happens, because he knows it needs to happen naturally. Ace of Wands. Thank you, universe. You have a brand spanking new beginning. Well, Mr. King of Wands, I'm giving you a new wand, my love. And it is the simple fact that you deserve a new love, a happier love, and you're going to get happiness. You're going to get sexiness. You're going to get a new beginning. Mr. King of Wands, now that you have relented, look at the bottom of the deck, you get to reunite and reconcile with your soulmate. with your true love from a past life and from the past period. You get to have this person. You are in union with this person spiritually already, and now I'm going to help bring this person back to you. That's what the universe is saying. I've been talking about the Empress. Now you can be your divine feminine self. You can be this person. You can grow. You can extend your love. Speak, 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 speak. Throw those arrows of love. Let these people know how you feel. I can promise you one thing. I don't know anyone that could hate anyone when you express your truth. Here's where it's sticky. Don't express your candy-coated bullshit. I really love you. I just want you to know. Thank you so much for this super chat. Don't express it like that. Your real truth, the depths. I'm talking get Scorpio on their ass. I am talking get deep, really deep, deep infinite waters, diving deep, okay? I'm talking when you express with someone the depths of your soul. You must, from that place, express, okay? And there's no one that I know that could turn you down on that. Look at that, 9 of Cups again. There's no one there. Look at that. There's the divine masculine. Emperor came to pay us out a visit. I'm going to give it a big kiss. I love you. I love it, TM. I'm going to put him there. They belong together. Oh, they're looking at each other. I love it. I wish you guys could see what I see. Aw. They are so looking at each other. In fact, his little eyes are totally checking her out, by the way. I'm going to hold it up so you can see that way. Look how his eyes are. Do you see him? Checking her out, giving her another glance. And she's just Miss Confident, abundant, loving vibration of God, vibration of love, vibration of Venus. And he's just like, damn, I love you. I love you. I love you, baby. That is, I love you, baby. I love you. This person loves this person very, very, very much. Because look at, and it makes me want to cry. It just makes me want to cry. Because their love together, 9 of Cups, 6 of Cups, look at that. They make each other so happy. You make each other feel like kids again. You just feel young. You feel young, you feel fresh, you feel new, you feel sexy, you feel wanted, you feel desired, you feel loved. Flat out, you just feel happy. You just feel happy. Happy, happy, happy. 3 of Swords is at the bottom. That's the past. Spirit, tell me a little bit more about this choice. Now that there has been an expression of truth, a releasing of codependency, a balancing of the chakras, an opening of the third eye, an acknowledgement, and there has been a realization and clarity, what do you see with choice? Oh, hot damn. Oh, hot damn. Oh, shit. Look at this. Thank you, Lord. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is on choice, my loves. I'm clarifying choice. Now that you have released your truth and expressed your true self from the depths of your soul, the depths, you got real. You killed some fear and you got real. You made that choice. You decided to free yourself from the bondage of the devil and not be codependent anymore on fear. I hate that it's freezing again. Come on, YouTube, get it together. See if that helps. Okay. So because you made that choice, you do have happiness. Not only do you have an abundance with the Ace of Cups, with the Ace of Wands, you have an abundance over here of true love. True, true love. This is in a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And remember, salt water heals. Salt water right here. Ace of Cups. It has healed what? The 3 of Swords. The third party heartache. The karma. Even if it's not a third party. It's just your past, guys. All of your past pain. All of your past pain. Done. Finito. Okay? That's when the sun decides to come in here and say, I'm going to give you some clarity, some wisdom. I'm going to give you some passion. I'm going to give you zest for life. I'm going to free you. God, there's nothing more free than the sun, guys. There's nothing more free and abundant than the sun. He comes out to clear away the dark. We talked about that with the emotions, how the light comes, the sun comes to free the dark. On my previous video, part 2, I hope you guys can see, I talked about Gabriel, the archangel, hearing the call, which this is this angel here, Gabriel. He gives you the awakening. He's the angel in the judgment card. And this is about making a proper judgment to rush in and express yourself and free yourself from emotions. Have some clarity and heal your heart from the past. It's a choice, not an option. It's a choice, not something being forced on you. It's a choice, not a tower unwillingly imposed. When you choose to heal the past, you will have the sun and you will have clarity. You will be one with God, one with source, one with yourself, one with spirit. And the Hierophant assures you, as above, so below, as within your heart, so without. What you think about will become things. You are a creator. You are the master of your universe. And because you have given dedication, loyalty, and love, you are rewarded because of all your dedication and love, all your purity, all your consciousness and subconscious work. Because you have poured your heart, because you have cleansed your soul, because you have defeated the devil, you are rewarded with loyalty. You are rewarded with commitment. You are rewarded with clarity. You are rewarded with stable, grounded, abundant flesh living. Just fleshy living, guys, 3D. This is your work, your love life, your children, financials, everything. You are rewarded from all of this healing. It's not going to be in vain. Look at that. I just love this. DMDF. Right here. Divine masculine, divine feminine, right here. Boom. If you ever questioned, are you twin flames? Yes. Soulmates. Spirit, can you please clarify this reflection here with the 7 of Wands? 7 of Wands. This is self-reflection on feelings. Now that we've cleared, what do you say? Ha! 10 of Wands is right there too. Check it out. Oop, let me put my charger in. It gave me an alert. I thought I already had it in. I guess not. My bad. Maybe that's why it froze. Okay. All right. Clarifying this self-reflection. That's what this is. 7 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 10 of Wands. We have the Sun in Jupiter right now. I'm sorry, the Sun in Sagittarius right now, and the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. So I really feel like this is a lesson. And if you've done this work, you've taken it very well. I know you're still planning on a future and it's still a burden, but you've let that go by releasing. By releasing your truth, you have set the wheel into motion. And this is kind of just waiting to see what's going to become of it. What's going to become? What's going to become? You're a bigger person. This also has to do with being a bigger person. Maybe you're literally bigger. I don't know. Maybe they're big. I don't know. But this is about being a bigger person. And letting go of your truth, being a bigger person, not being scared that this person's going to reject you and turn you down in some way, makes you stronger, makes you bigger, makes you more beautiful in this person's eyes as well. It's that energy about letting go. It's just the energy of letting go of what needs to be let go of and having victory. Spirit, please tell me a little bit more about what you want to say about balance. How does this balance the twins out? Well, somebody's dealing with the Cancer. Or it's just that Cancer full moon that I told you about. Check it out. The Chariot, the Queen of Cups, and the 10 of Cups. I asked, how does this balance the twins out? By balancing. Okay, by expressing yourself, by being real, by being true. It means expressing your feelings, knowing who you are, giving unconditional love. You do get the 10 of Cups because you're happy with yourself. And when you're happy with yourself, you quickly move to more happiness and that person comes rushing towards you. Not only that, I talked about the Sphinx. I talked about the Leo energy. I talked about how the Sphinx in another time of age was the Leo. It was the season of the lion. It's all about mastering this divine feminine, divine masculine energy. You guys have found happiness. That's the balance. Because I think you made this person happy. When you told this person how you really felt, that you really love them, that they're your everything to you, and you don't care if they stay with you or not, you're not looking for an answer. You're not looking for them to come to you. You're not looking for them to fix anything. It's just simply an honest expression of the truth. You just want to get honest. Wow, here's what comes out. Here's what comes out when you just want to get honest. These things all flew out. Wow, I love it. When you just want to get honest, you make a decision. 2 of Swords, crown chakra. You bring down a tower because you are the tower. You bring it down. You bring down that tower, you shock yourself, and you shock the shit out of them. Not only did you shock yourself, you shocked the shit out of them. You decided to move forward. You decided to move forward expressing yourself, and you're saying, I know there's lies, I know there's deceptions, but I want to admit something to you, my love. I am also a liar. I am also a deceiver. Because I didn't tell you how I really felt. And I really love you. I really, really, really love you. And it doesn't matter what answer you want to give me. I don't even care if I ever get an answer. At this point, for me, I personally, in my situation, am so on cloud 9, happy with myself. As an empress, I'm just so happy that I'm just happy I told this person I love them. And I even said, if I see you in the next life, I see you in the next life. If I see you here, I see you here. But you're free. You're free now. And I'm free. And I love you. And I'm just happy that I can say that without fear. I'm happy that I can be my DF self without fear or bondage. I'm just so happy that I'm not in that dark place and that I am not being eaten by a flesh, eating monster inside me of fear. That I'm free. I'm so happy. So I'm really happy on that. I expressed my truth. I hope you guys do too. It's all about 7 of Swords, moving on from the 7 of Swords. Who cares about the lies? Your twin flames. Here's the Gemini card, the Lovers. Your twin flames. It doesn't matter about this reality, this dimension, this programming, these karmics, all the bullshit. The point of reality is you're with them in this reality and the next. You're with them in this dimension and the next. You're living an ultra life now. You're living a higher life now with them. You're never going to be separated from them. And if you watched my previous video, I talked more about how the souls are intertwined, what it means to be a twin flame. Truly. Anyways, the last card I got was the 4 of Wands, which, beg my pardon, is union. I beg my pardon again to say this could be possibly marriage. Commitment, happiness, a happy home, a happy life, coming together, being balanced, 11-11. This is a doorway. So by being honest and moving forward, getting past your lies and realizing that they're not the only one that has been the deceiver, even though even though they are the deceiver in the 3rd dimension, you are the deceiver in the 5th dimension. If you catch my... He or she, DM, may be a deceiver in the 3rd dimension, but you, my love, are a deceiver in 5D. You did not tell this person your real feelings. You're not now. You're hiding them in fear. Because you are afraid to lose them, possibly. Maybe that's your fear. You're afraid to lose them. But like this card says, you never lose them. And getting honest and breaking free of those chains doesn't change that you guys are still lovers. You're still always in union. And it says here, again, I'll read, my beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Nothing is missing. All right? So don't live in fear. Let the devil know he does not have control over you and your twin, that you actually have control over him. I'll pull some more cards of clarification with the romance angels. Spirit, can you tell me a little bit more? Can you please tell me a little bit more about this story of coming clean? Okay, the story of give your relationship a chance. Tower moment, give your relationship a chance. It's full of passion, romance. The attraction is phenomenal between you guys. Wow, it's just gonna get better. Forgiveness and learning. That's what this journey is all about, baby. Forgiveness and learning. When you truly express your heart and soul to this person, they can truly forgive and learn. But see, if you're not going to stop lying about how you feel, how are they really going to grow and learn and forgive? If you're not really going to face your own demons, look in your own mirror, realize that you also withheld, you were only giving 80%, and even though that's a substantial number to give someone, even though it's great to give someone 80% of unconditional love, it's not the whole enchilada. And when you're able to see that, there's no divine percentage. It's just, it is what it is. You love this person 100 or you don't. It's not 80, 50, 40, none of that shit. It's 100. When you realize that you were not 100, you can forgive and learn and move on. And thus, so can they. What do you get from that? Reconciliation. Reconciliation, because you did some forgiveness and learning. And your souls can reconcile. And I'm picturing it as 3D, 5D. So now your 5D self can forgive your 3D self. And now your masculine can forgive you here in 3D because they know the whole story. Now your masculine may not have so much hate for you. Maybe at one point in time they hated you. They despised you and they didn't know why. Maybe because they sensed you were full of shit. Maybe they sensed you were full of cat shit and horse shit. And you were not 100 with them. And they couldn't put their finger on it, but they knew you were a fake. And that's why they didn't want to come. They may not have found happiness with the karmic, but they sure knew they weren't with a fake at the time. Maybe that's a problem. Maybe that's a barrier. Maybe that's a burden. Is that a burden? Could be. Your masculine is not all bad. Your feminine is not all bad. Because we are, like I said, we have darkness and light inside of us, the shadow side and the light side, and I embrace both. I love both. But when we let that flesh-eating disease of darkness overcome you, you're not honest. And that's not good. That's really not good. Because this is your soulmate. This is your soulmate. Stay optimistic about your love life and stop deceiving them. Deception. And this is my picture right here that I'm going to talk about. Whether you're masculine or feminine is with the karmic. That's irrelevant. You're on a soul journey. It's irrelevant who they're with physically. Okay? They may be having a fine time wearing masks, living a karmic whatever out, but there's someone else wearing a false mask in this relationship, and it's you. And it's you. And that means very soon you will be taking that mask off. I don't know who you are or when it's going to happen, but very soon you're going to take your mask off Very soon that tower is going to hit and you will reveal your real feelings for this person. There's going to be an opportunity to arise. You will be healing family issues when you do. You will be healing that, forgiving and learning and healing, and you will have a new love in your life. And that's you loving you and him loving you and her loving you and everyone just loving each other, because you will be a new person. And there's my card at the bottom where I started out from. This is the one. I have to erase that little piece. This is the one. Okay, I hate that shit, and I don't like that Doreen Virtue put, this could be the one. Screw could be. Screw freaking could be. Could be is a piece of caca. This is the one. You have met the romantic partner, and I hate seeing that shit. I'm going to make it darker. I don't want to see any of that shit. There is no could be, bitch. There is no could be. Fuck could be. Fuck that. This is the one. Period. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. All right. That's freaking awesome. And I'm going to pull some more love oracles, but that's just gorgeous. Okay. I will start to pull what they think of you and what you think of them here in a second, and I'll try to end this video. But I can tell you one thing. Expressing your truth, nothing bad's going to come from it. You ever heard that saying, the truth will set you free? It literally does. The truth will set you free, not only from the bondage that you have with yourself, but the bondage that your twin is in, under an illusion and a matrix of lies and assumptions that they have thought about you throughout the whole relationship. Maybe they thought you were batshit crazy. Maybe they thought you were codependent. Maybe they thought you were needy. Maybe they thought you were obsessive. Maybe that's all true. We all have our downfalls. We all have our shadow side. But you know what? By you growing and showing them, hey, I grew. I'm not the same person I was yesterday. I'm this person now. You've met a new person. I'm not that person anymore. When they see that, they're like, oh, you know what? This is different. This person is not the same person. This person took some serious balls to tell me how they felt. It took some serious balls. And I'm impressed. I'm impressed. They got honest with me. And I knew this all along, because I can tell you your twin has already known this all along. Your twin knows how much you love them, but they've never heard you express it. And they can't put their finger on it, but the one thing they know is you are deceptive, and that you're Seven of Swords. And remember, like attracts like. Lies begets lies. Deceit begets deceit. If you are hiding even a good lie, you can catch a bad lie in return. So get honest, and you will start reaping honesty. Okay? Look at that. Bottom of the deck. I stopped shuffling, and there it was sitting there. Rebirth. Reinvent yourself. Give life to your dreams. Create a new reality. And there's the damn Phoenix again. Phoenix rising. Phoenix rising. Rebirth. This is what this is, guys. Speaking your truth, getting honest with them, getting honest with you, that's the truth. And I don't just mean, go home and say, oh, well, yeah, okay, I really do love them, and I'm just going to tell them that. No, I'm talking get on your knees, pray to God, open your third eye chakra, take a salt bath, ask God for a revelation, ask God for clarity. Ask God, can I see myself through your eyes? Please, I need to see this. Have a revelation, which is a revealing. It's a peeling the layers and a revealing of yourself. Do that. Reveal. And that's the healing. That's the clearing, okay? Because you cannot forgive and learn and heal family issues without that little piece. You can't do that, my love. You can't do that. Oh, I just noticed. Wow. These angels, these golden angels, are in both pictures. The golden light of healing. I love it. I love it. I also pulled out playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together. And remember, love is the greatest healer. That touches home for me because when I expressed myself and I expected this person to make fun of me or block me or think I was crazy, and I was afraid that all my worst fears were going to come to manifestation. Again, all my worst fears. Okay, I was terrified, codependent. I was codependent on that terrifying feeling that I was going to be made full of. Instead of that person reacting that way with me, they actually wanted to tell jokes. He actually wanted to joke around, visit, see me. It wasn't like, oh, you love me? I love you too. I'm coming right there. Let's go get married and be together and happily ever after. That's not what it was. But it was me bearing my soul, being vulnerable, and this person seeing that part of me and realizing it takes balls to do that because they don't do that. And I'm sure as hell their karmic doesn't do that. There's no one that does that. But you know who does that? Grab my cards that I need for this little speech thing that I'm trying to say. You know who does that? Divine lovers, fated lovers, twin flames, spiritual light workers. That's who does it. So I can tell you this, you may not get everything you want realized at the very moment it's realized. But when you let go of those control issues, and I mean truly let go, not just saying it, but doing it, soul seeking, that's the real hermit card. Okay? Yep, still releasing flesh-eating cancers of darkness. That's right. When you have purged that shit from your soul, and you can bear yourself honestly like these twins, naked as a jaybird, naked as a baby the day they were born. When you can reveal yourself here and be honest with each other, you're blessed. Blessed. And that's, part of the journey, okay? That's not the answer to the journey. That is part of the journey. And that is a step up. That is a step up for ascension. That is a step up in clearing your chakras. Once these chakras are cleared, and every single one of them, it's abundance. It's Phoenix Rising. You now have the tools. You're ready to take on what you need to take on in this life. As a couple, as a single person, as a whatever. But gosh, you guys must have a Cancer in your chart. Look at this. Happiness. And I'm going to tell you this. At the end of the day, by you releasing your true self, you know how this Queen of Cups is looking at her tabernacle? She's keeping her love trapped in there. It's safe, it's sound, it's treasured. Okay? She only releases this and gives this very special love to be honest with someone that she holds very dearly, that she really loves. That's the King of Cups, excuse me. And what I'm seeing here is her being real. And she's looking at it, and she's already lifted it up. It was sitting on her lap, but now she's lifting it up, and she's ready to give it away. And honestly, my spiritual side is telling me, with the Chariot moving forward, by the way, this means this relationship of honesty, this release of expression, the Tower, whoever's going to be performing this honesty, revelation, and clearing, this is your happiness happily ever after. You will have it. You will move forward with the one you love, whatever that means for you. But it's going to take you to a good, happy place. I know that. It's going to take you to a very good, happy place. And you are going to move forward. But in my vision, what this Queen of Cups is going to do, she's going to toss this tabernacle into the sea. That's what I see. That's what I say. She's going to toss that tabernacle into the ocean in the immense amount, in case anyone was wondering. Spirit, do you have another message for the twins? Give me another message for the Divine Feminine, another message for the twins, another message for the twins, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. Give me a couple messages for the twins. What to say about this big, bold move. Support. Whoops. Okay, he wants me to take a couple more. I don't know what they are. Adventure. Intuition. There's the support card. And receive. I love it. Last part of the message, receive. So I'm going to read from this card. It's about being in the energy of receiving. Because here's what Spirit's telling me, baby. When you give freedom. You take the chains off of your twin and you express your truth. You've had an enlightenment and an epiphany. And you will no longer leave them chained and bound to deception, to lies, to karma. You've then freed yourselves to be open. There's a playfulness that happens with you guys. You become friends again. You joke around. You want to spend time with each other because that person realizes you don't expect anything from them. You don't expect them to come home at a certain time. You don't expect them to be bound by rules and restriction. You don't expect them to leave their karmic. You don't expect them to leave their marriage. You don't expect them to do shit. You're just saying, look, I love you. I love you. I love you, baby. Wherever that takes me, wherever that takes me, wherever that takes you, I don't know. But that's the beauty of it. We don't know. And that's so, wow. Who needs to know everything? Because in my opinion, ignorance is bliss. I don't need to know everything. But I do know at least one thing, that it will lead to happiness. Okay, it will lead to happiness. And remember, each situation is going to be based on your own scenario. A reconciliation is in the future. Follow your intuition. Not everybody is this journey. Some of you guys are just with a karmic, and that's okay. Some of you guys are very young or new to this, and you guys are with a soulmate. Some of you guys have to go through some shit. If you guys don't experience life, how can you be a phoenix? Can you be birthed? Thing? Well, I can't get it, but the Four of Wands. Can you be birthed and given everything? No hardships, no lessons, no life. And grow abundantly and become this ascended being? No, you can't. You have to go through life experiences. You have to go through different emotions, different energies, different scenarios. You have to hurt. You have to heal. You have to do all of that. And that's part of this journey, is realizing you're not chained by authorities, restrictions, boundaries. You're not restrained. You're free. Being free is the beauty. Because then you're free to love. And then when you get it and they love you, and they're no, like, they have to love you, they have to be there. That's the beauty of it, because they're there because they want to be. They're there because they love you. They're there because you make them happy. There's no have-tos. There's no responsibilities and expectations. It's simply enjoying each other like friends. Seek out your soul family. Surround yourself with positive people. Spend more time socializing with each other. Spend time with each other. Become friends. You need to become friends. They cannot just be under the guise of authority and commitment, and then you have no fun. You have to have fun. God's saying, remember I told you about balance? You have to have fun. Life's not all restriction and commitment. It's nice to have commitment, but it's great to have fun. How about both? And that's the problem with karmics. They want one or the other. The way a lot of low vibrational people see relationships is you either commit to me and have a boring life, or you're free and single. And people struggle committing to people because they don't want to give up happiness for commitment. And people don't want to only have happiness with no commitment because they feel vulnerable. It's about balance. You can have both, but that needs friendship. And friendship needs one thing, and that is honesty. Honesty, loyalty, and friendship. You need that. You both need to be honest, naked in your truth, vulnerable. Heal those family issues, guys. Your lover is coming. I'm going to read receive for you. Be open to receiving goodness. Believe you are worthy of abundance. A gift is coming to you soon. The key to unlocking your greatest abundance, excuse me, is the ability to receive. The greater your sense of worthiness is, the greater your capacity to accept the gift and blessings the universe wishes you to give. You hear that? The better your sense of worthiness, the greater capacity you have to accept that gift. There are many gifts waiting to come to you, but especially one. But any guilt, shame, and unworthiness in your system will act like a force field to repel your prosperity. Damn. Well, I can't just leave it there, guys. And it said any guilt. Any, not just specific, like 3D guilt, 5D guilt. Any guilt, any shame, or unworthiness left in your system will act like a force field and repel your love. That's the key. And that's why the releasing 10 of Wands, we got 2 10 of Wands here, by the way, but the releasing is going to stop repelling what you need to receive. Stop repelling what you need to receive. And it's because of the lack of honesty. Because, like I said, you're scared to tell this person. Whatever it is, maybe it's not something you have to tell them. Maybe it's something you have to show them. I don't know what it is for you, but whatever that codependent thing is, out of fear, you will not receive the union until that happens. Okay, because we're talking about receiving. However, it is a good practice to think positively and be grateful and send out desires to the universe. Saying affirmations, thinking good thoughts. These tools can be effective if they are supported by a strong sense, a very strong sense that you really do deserve the good you're asking for, and you believe it is coming. This enchantress and her unicorn holds up a crystal sphere containing all of your heart's desires. They are telling you that all of these gifts can come flowing to your reality when you heal the inner wounds and release limiting beliefs that block your ability to receive. They invite you to see through the eyes of the divine. Didn't I tell you, seeing through the eyes of God, seeing through the eyes of the divine as lovable, worthy being, and in doing so, open your floodgates of abundance. Open your floodgates of seeing this truth for what it really is. Seeing that you were giving 80, not 100. Seeing that you had conditions, seeing that you had fear. Maybe it wasn't conscious, but it's subconscious. And if you think you're clean as a sheet and you can't see these things now, don't feel bad. I was in the same boat. I thought I cleansed everything. Ask Spirit to reveal and go deeper. Okay? If you need a revelation because you're not receiving and you know there's a block, ask God to show you the block. He showed me. He showed me the block. And I'm going to, when I was asking for answers, I held out my Bible. You guys don't have to stay for this. If you don't want me to read this story that Spirit showed me, that's fine. But I am going to read you a story in here. And I just closed my eyes and I opened up the Bible to a specific page where I felt my hands guided me to. And I saved it already, but I asked God to, and I closed my eyes the whole time to point my finger at the right place. And he did. And it was the number 2. The number 2. And I'd been seeing number 2 a lot. 222, 222. And I read up that the number 2 is duality and balance. And I read up that that's the signal that union is here and you're meant to come into union. there is some kind of partnership being formed. Hello, right? Partnership formed. I know it's a 3, but that's not what I mean. But I'm going to read from this. And he showed me this because I wanted more clarity. And if this means something to you, I hope it does. I really hope it does. But it's actually the story of Jonah and the whale. Okay? Whatever. He opened it up to this, and I'll tell you why. Because Jonah was in the depths of the whale before he saw clearly. So I'm going to read you this. Because Jonah was, if you remember, he was going around, it's buffering. Shoot. Jonah was going around helping the Lord, spreading his word and this and that, but he didn't trust one thing the Lord told him to do. He was supposed to go to Nineveh, I think. Yeah, I think, no, that's not the right story. But Jonah was supposed to go. No, he was. I'm right. Yes, I am right. Jonah was supposed to go to Nineveh and preach the word of God there, but they were a bad people, and he couldn't believe that God even wanted to save those bad people. He got mad at God, and he cursed God, and he said, that's horse shit, basically. Why would you send me to the worst place in the world to preach when you know there's not a single soul in Nineveh that's worth saving? There's not a single soul there. And that, to me, in the twin flame journey means there's nothing wrong with me. I've purged. I'm not addicted to drugs or sex. I'm not doing anything wrong. You know, I'm clean as a sheet. I'm clean as a sheet. My twin does drugs. My twin drinks. My twin has lust and addiction. My twin's got the issues. My twin's married. My twin is full of drama. I'm good. I'm doing the work. I'm clearing my chakras. I'm doing the work. That's Jonah and Nineveh. That's saying, don't send me to the depths of my soul in my emotions to look at something when there's nothing wrong, because you're only seeing it one way. You're only seeing it the light. You're only seeing the light. You're not seeing the shadow side, because you can't see things clearly until you ask God, can I see? Can I see things through your eyes, God? Can I see things through you, Lord? Can I see things through your eyes, not mine? Show me myself. You're gonna get I got goosebumps, guys. You're gonna go through an astral travel, shamanic experience, a soul searching experience. When you ask God to show you the truth of yourself, you're gonna cry, guys. You're gonna bawl your ass off, because you're gonna realize so many things about yourself that you never saw. And it's like you literally had something peeled over your eyes, blinding you. That was the devil. He was blinding the shit out of you with illusion, keeping you chained. You're not going to be chained anymore, because God is freeing your ass, because you asked and you shall receive. Now I'm going to read, because Jonah, number 2. Okay, I'm going to read from that. Anyways, that's what I need to read. From inside the fish, let me hold this up. From inside the fish, and he said, I called to the Lord, and he answered me. From deep in the realm of the dead, I called for help. Now listen to that. Deep in the realm of the dead. Didn't I tell you guys in my previous videos that we are all dead? We are not alive. We are to be reborn and rebirthed like the phoenix, because we are dead till we are spiritually awakened. We are dead because we're not alive and awake spiritually. We're only alive in 3D. We're not alive in 5D. We're not alive in spirit. Anyways, from deep in the realm of the dead, I called for help. And God, you listened to my cry. You hurled me into the deep, into the very heart of the seas with my hurt. And the currents swirled about me. All of your waves and your breakers, they swept over me. Hello, emotions card. Me in my emotions. I cried, I bawled, I purged, I shook, I cried. I was in pain. Literally in my bath when I was getting this message from God. My body was shaking, my hands clenched. I couldn't even open my hands, they were clenched. I was vibrating, I was being healed. I was being reborn. I felt like I died. Like I was literally dying. I couldn't hear anything anymore. My ears went deaf. and my body shook and I got cold even though I was in hot water and I couldn't open my hands. My body was going under some kind of a weird, I don't even know what, but it was a purification and it was a realization and awakening of this third chakra. I think that's what it was. Anyways, these are the currents and the waves and the breakers. It is a realization through God's eyes. And let me tell you, in the Bible, it says when you see God, you cannot look at him. He is so full of light, you cannot even look at him. And when he comes to your presence, like the burning bush, you cannot withhold the emotion and vibration that is him. And remember, God is love. He is a vibration point. He is a level of number, a numerological vibration that when it's inside you or around you, it makes your body react, and it's literally healing your body. And I have a book, and maybe you guys can get this, but it's true. The Secrets of the Sound of Healing. There are sound waves that heal your body, but that's God. He's beautiful. I love him. I'm going to keep reading. I said, I have been banished from your sight, God. Yet I will look again toward your holy temple. Can you imagine how Jonah felt? He spent his life doing God's work. And because he didn't want to do one thing God asked him to do, he was banished to the pits of the depths of the ocean inside a whale to die in the realm of the dead. He was upset. And he was saying, I said I have been banished from your sight. Yet I will look again towards your holy temple because I love you no matter what, even in my depths. And if I am meant to see something inside this depths of my soul, the darkness and the shadow that I have to face, if I am meant to be here, I love you anyways. And I will look. I look at your holy temple again. The engulfing waters threatened me. The deep surrounded me. Seaweed was wrapped around my head. Just like I told you that the Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior, wrapped around his head. Nine of Wands wrapped around your head. This is a wounded warrior. Even though, like the Nine of Wands, he was scared to go on, he did not turn his eyes away from the temple of God. He did not turn his eyes away from spirit. He believed. And imagine how cold it was in that water. Freezing ass cold. Dark. Alone. Rejected. Exiled. Completely and utterly absent of light and good, which is what this is. Flesh-eating disease of darkness. And we don't see clearly till we get there. And God said, I'm going to take you to the depths of your shadow side, my love. I'm going to take you there because you asked me. And it's going to get ugly. And you're not going to like it. And it's not going to feel good. But I'm going to take you there because I love you. And I'm going to show you the truth. I'm going to show you the truth. To the roots of the mountains I sank, down, down. The earth beneath me buried me in forever. Guys, this is hell. This person died. The earth buried him in the depths of forever. This is hell. This is visiting the devil's lair. Seeing what chain do you really have connected to that devil. What deceit, what lies. It doesn't matter if they're evil. Like I said, you could be hiding your feelings from this person. You may never tell this person you love him as crazy as you do. And even if you are crazy as a bat, at least you're honest. And that takes a lot of balls because there's a lot of people that are not. When I'm done. So the next part is, I get so deep into this, sorry guys. But you, Lord my God, you brought my life up from the pit. When my life was ebbing away from me. When I thought I lost everything, which is how I felt. When I thought I lost everything. When I got to that point in that bath and I thought I've lost him. I've lost him. He's never coming back. He doesn't love me. Doesn't want me. Nobody does. I'm alone. And this is it. When you get to that point, when your life is ebbing away and you remember the Lord, He is the light in the dark. He is your happiness. He's that light inside of you that was always there. And sometimes you don't get to see Him until you get put in this dark. So anyways, when my life was ebbing away, I remembered you, Lord, and my prayer rose to you, to your holy temple. To those who cling to worthless idols, forfeit God's love for them. But I, with shouts of grateful praise, will sacrifice to you. And that's what touched my heart there when I was sitting in the bath, guys, and I feel like crying because I have idols. I have little things. I have I have things that remind me of God, that remind me of Spirit. And some of them mean a lot to me. But I had to remember, God isn't in any of these idols. He's not in these ideals and these religions and these pictures that we all build up. What is the Spirit? He is alive, and He holds no form. He's inside of us, and He's inside of you, and He's always there. And the only way you can see Him is through your third eye. That's the only way you can see Him, because you see clearly, and you hear Him clearly, and you understand. That's why Jesus said, for those of you that have ears, hear, listen. For those of you that have eyes, see. Because He knew not everybody had the capability to understand. But I, with shouts of grateful praise, will sacrifice to you. What have I vowed? I will make good. I will say salvation comes from the Lord and only Him. And that's where it gets deep, because I sat there in my bath and I cried and I cried and I put my hands in the air and I said, God, just take whatever out of me that has left me blind. Just take it. I don't want it. Whatever unforgiveness, whatever hate I had towards the karmic, whatever hate I had towards my DM, whatever hate I had towards my parents, whatever hate I had towards my soulmates, whatever anger I had with the life I was given, whatever I had, take it. Take it. Take it from me. And I sacrificed my life to you. And I said, God, I will serve you no matter what. I will serve you. I don't care who comes against me. I don't care who says anything about you. I don't care. I love you. I will serve you always. I am yours. I am faithful and I am true. And I don't care if I get any single desire of my heart. Because the one desire I have always in the depths is you. It's you, God. As long as I have you in the dark, that's all I need. That's all I'll ever need. When I die, that's all I need. When I'm alive, that's all I need. When I'm alone in the depths of the pit and there's nothing there, you're all I need. And I'm good. And I'm so good. Thank you. I don't need this. Okay, I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need none of this. I don't need none of this. I don't need none of it. I just said, God, I need you. That's it. And I sacrifice and I pledge my life to you, and I'm yours, and I will be yours till the day I die. And if I ever rise again and live again, I'm still going to be yours. And I dedicate my life to you. And in essence, I was dedicating my life to love, because God is love. And when I realized that God is love, and it is a vibration, and it is unconditional, and He loves me no matter how dark I am. This is the emotions card that you'll be going through. When you realize God loves you beyond measure, and you're able to see it, and you're able to actually see it, then you're able to see in the water of your own emotions yourself. who you are, what you did. That even though you had hidden your deceits in the guise of being a victim, being raped, beaten, hurt, left, rejected, poor, whatever it is, whatever you had on your ego to tell yourself, you had every reason to deceive. You had every reason to hide and protect. You had every reason to shield. When you learn that, you don't have to let them take control of you. You don't have to let your pain own you, because God owns you. And He loves you no matter what. It doesn't matter. And all of a sudden, you have all your burdens gone. You're not worried. You feel safe. You feel loved. And as long as you feel that with Him, or whoever He is to you, Source, then you don't ever have to worry about what you're receiving from anybody else, because God takes care of you and He gives you the desires of your heart. He knows your depths. He knows how deep you are. And He's going to heal you. And I was able, in that transformation, in this whole moment that I was going through this, that I think you guys are probably going to be going through this too. I was able to see that I was only giving the 80% to this person, that I was shielding, that I was also a deceiver, that I went through life deceiving and playing the victim. So when you guys do that, you're able to definitely take care of your life and realize that you were wrong in so many ways, and that you're understanding that now, and that you can make better decisions from this moment forward, and you can forgive. Okay? So when you forgive, you're healing. That's healing. Healing family issues, forgiving and learning. Okay? And you're able to see them through God's eyes, and that's when I realize. Anyways, back to my Jonah. I'm going to end it here. When I have vowed, I will make good, and I will say, salvation comes from the Lord. And the Lord commanded the fish, and it vomited Jonah onto dry land. That's the beauty of it. And you guys know the rest of the story of Nineveh. He went on land. He went back to Nineveh. He listened to God. He obeyed Him. He went back to give him the word. He said, by the decree of God, I'm here to give you a message. And he gave the message to God. But at the end, and look at that, 4:11, Jonah 4:11. And I always see 11s too. I see 4:11, 3:11, etc., etc., 2:22. This is a confirmation for always seeing 2:22, 3:33, 4:44, and 11s. But when God saw what they did and how they turned from their evil ways, He relented, and He did not bring on them the destruction He had threatened. Now that is the beauty, because I don't care what your masculine says or your feminine says. I'm threatening destruction on you. It's never going to be this way again. When they see how you relented and you came honest, the choice, I love you. I love you. And this is how I feel. And my facade about being a hard ass and a badass and asking you to do this, that, and the other was really a disguise and a mask under my hurt. Because the truth is, I miss you. And I just want to be with you. That's the truth. And then all of a sudden, all of these promises about the destruction threatened, and all these forces of upset natures and anger and the wrath that's going to come from everything, it's all a disguise. Because at the end of the day, when you relent and you honestly come forward with your beautiful purity and love, Remember, God is love and God overcame the world and he will be with you till the end of the world. When you vibrate in the energy of love, there's nothing that can overcome God. Do you honestly believe that something can overcome love? Do you know any soul? Do you know any soul on this earth that could look at God and turn him down and say no and get away with it? No, and it's not because God has to be a vengeful, cruel God. It's because he is love, and in the essence of love is humbleness. It is the destruction of the ego. It is the destruction of darkness, because the light casts out darkness. So when you give love to this person and you express your heart to this person and you've cleansed and you've purified those chakras and you've asked to see things the way you should through God's eyes, you can act properly. I'm telling you now, just trust your guidance, trust your intuition. Okay? Trust your intuition. That's what it's all about. Look at that. Bottom of the deck is healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed at this very moment. That's the healing. Lots of healing in this message, guys. And from being honest comes healing, comes forgiveness and learning, comes growth. And we have the Emperor and the Empress. The Divine Femmes are here. Union's supposed to be here. 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups. Okay, Divine Union's supposed to be here for you guys. You're supposed to have that. You're supposed to have and receive your reconciliation. You're supposed to have that. And they're trying to give it to you. But everything's about a choice. And there's a different path. There's a different path for you. You don't have to take the path told. You don't have to take the path that you've been told to take. You can take the path that you've decided your guides are trying to tell you to take. Know where I'm going with that. And my point is, count on support from your friends, guys. You don't have to. Let me put it up. I got all emotional on you guys. Fix my hair. Count on the support from your friends, guys. You don't have to do this alone. There's people on here that can help you, and I hope that you guys each have friends that can help you on this journey that you can talk to. And I want you to do that and trust that, but don't listen to me, don't listen to any reader, because you're on this journey. When you're on this journey, you're divine, I have no doubt. If you're one of those special people, those who have ears hear, and those who have eyes see. No one has to tell you. So you do have to trust yourself if you're on this journey or not. Okay? And I want you to do that. Take a deep breath. It's going to be tough. But guess what? I'm not dead. I didn't die by being honest. I thought I would die. I thought, oh boy, if I tell this person how I really feel, I'm going to die. They're going to embarrass me. They're going to reject me. They're going to, But I got so much, I got so happy with God to the point where I was just like, I don't even care, because I was so happy. I was just so happy that I had God, and I was just so happy. And my cup was full and overflowing. And I didn't need anything. And I just realized that I'm 100 with or without him. It's like, I'm 100. I'm good. I just want you to know how I feel, because I don't want to be living, a lie. I don't want to be living in a disguise anymore, under a mask. Okay, I don't want to live like I have to have this. I don't. And then I faced the devil and I said, sorry, buddy. Not going to do this chain thing anymore. You don't have one on me. You don't have a chain on me anymore. I'm not going to lie to this person, and I'm not going to lie to myself, and I'm not going to lie to anybody. It's gone. Illusion gone. And I'll tell you, the only way I came to this realization is through my third eye, is through a spiritual awakening. So I don't recommend this to people that follow what I say or follow what people say and they just act on other people's experiences. I just shared a little bit of mine with you. It doesn't have to go the same way. But I think a good start for you would just be asking Spirit or Source for some communication, some one-on-one communication. Okay, get one-on-one communicative with me. Show me what I need to see. Show me what I need to do to take out any barriers and boundaries and restrictions that has prevented me from receiving my gift. What are these barriers? Why am I going through these cycles again? I hope you watched my previous video because it was much better. But if you feel like you're going through these cycles and you keep experiencing heartache and you're not getting over these barriers, Spirit's saying, honey, we got to go further now. You've overcome a lot of barriers, but there's just one more. Maybe 10 more, I don't know, but there's another barrier to overcome, and that's seeing with your third eye, seeing spiritually. I think that's the key. So I think that this whole reading today, and I'm sorry it was a super long message, but the whole point today is free yourself. That's the whole point today. Heal and free yourself. Get honest with you, get honest with those around you. You're not promised tomorrow. And if you're living in the moment where you're shielded from receiving your gift, from receiving your brand new beginning, why not? What do you have to lose? Clear it up. Clear it up. Get rid of the darkness. Go through your emotions, heal and grow, and you're going to feel much better. You're going to feel a lot better. And I got a better response than I thought I would have gotten. It wasn't like, but I didn't have any expectations. I just kind of said, screw it. I'm going to let it out. If this person wants nothing to do with me at this point, that's okay. At least I was honest and I told this person how I feel. But I got a better response than I thought. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I don't have any expectations and I'm perfectly happy and content. I am totally 9 of Cups. And now that I'm vibrating in 9 of Cups, who knows what will be attracted to me, right? What you think about, you bring about. So maybe God does have a bigger plan. He's like, when you're vibrating in a 9 of Cups, baby, I'm going to sneak in a 10. So I'm waiting for it. If I get it, I'll let you guys know. But, be happy and just keep swimming and get honest. That's the key. D. Mueller, when God is in your life. That's right. All right, guys. Well, super headache. Long day, long video. I hope you guys watched the previous videos like a podcast because it was super long. I don't imagine you'd want to sit there and watch it. But if you are watching this and you found this and you haven't seen the other videos, please go back and watch them. I'll have them numbered 1, 2, and 3. Thanks to YouTube, they had to go that way. I would have liked to have had it in one video, so I'm sorry. That's it. You guys are welcome to mark when the rants start. Whatever makes it easier, I don't know. If God leads you to this message, it's for you. That's the way I see it. If he doesn't lead you to it, it's not for you. That's okay. And I'm okay. I'm good with whatever. That's it, guys. I had to share this message with you. This was my tower moment. I posted the other day. I said, guys, I'm going through a tower moment. I'm crying nonstop. I can't see straight. I can't read. I can't nothing. So I'm out of commission. It was asking God to open my third eye. So if you guys go through this kind of an awakening, that's good. That's good. I hope I get to hear you all going through towers like this and growing and changing. That's part of the journey. If any of us get stuck, we're in trouble. So I always say, just keep swimming. Don't get stuck. My vulnerability means a lot to you, Tim. Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me, especially in my new moment of vulnerability. I'm 100 with everybody now. I don't want to hold secrets. Of course, I'm not going to tell you my like private personal business. I'm not like a water fountain of flowing information, but I'm not going to hide anything unnecessary anymore. That's for sure. That's a good place to be in. Keith, no do tell. Nah, that's okay. Not going to tell. 7:33 p.m. and you said, I love you, Father. See the 3-3? 3 a.m. for me now. There you go. 7:33 here, 3:33 there. Guys, it's ridiculous. every time I check my phone, I see 44, 55, 22, 33, 111, 11, 11. Ah! I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. I can't even look at a clock without seeing a double number or a quadruple number. I just can't. So I think that's how you guys are too. You're probably in the same scenario. Yeah, and this reading is part 3. I've been seeing 3 a lot. I was going to tell you about that. I don't have my book on here, but if you're wondering what the 3s mean when you're seeing it, it is that Holy Trinity. It is spirit, mind, and body. It is a connection and a partnership. Totally the 3 of Pentacles. It means you're working with greater forces, spirit guides, ascended masters, archangels. They are with you. They are guiding you. It means you're in a moment of growth. It's a very earthy number, okay? It means you are ascending and growing, okay? You're becoming more. It also means you're pregnant with something. Sometimes it means you're pregnant literally. Other times it just means you're pregnant with truth, or you're pregnant with life. You're pregnant with something going to be birthed and sprout. A new something is brewing and changing. It basically means you've been seed planting and you're about to see the abundance and the birth of your seed. That's what that means. Okay? So if you are seeing a lot of 3s, yeah, you've planted a seed, and it means, hey, guess what? Get ready, because you're about to see the birth of that seed. You're about to see something coming up from your growth. It's kind of like a confirmation from the universe saying, hey, remember that seed you planted? It took root, and it's sprouting, and it's going to come up really soon. So get ready. That's what it means. So that's right. And the number 4, I see a lot of 4s. Fruits of your hard labor. The fruition, the foundation, the stability, the abundance. It's just like, we got it. It's good. This is a foundation. It's firm. It's not going anywhere. Whatever's happening right now in my life that I see the 4s, it's very grounded. It's very rooted. It's a foundation. So yeah, you're getting some new fermented foundation being formed from whatever has been rebirthed from the 3. So yeah. I love it. How about 1101? Yeah, 1s and 0s. 1s is the beginning, the start of a new chapter. If you see 1s a lot, it's like, okay, what am I getting into? I'm just starting out on something fresh. It's brand new. And the 1 means you're taking your first step into a new dimension, your first step into a new way of being and becoming. And it kind of means like you've been birthed and awakened, and now you can see clearly. Take a look around. What do you see? What are you taking in? It's like the number 1 is about being observant. Be observant about the world around you, because there's a message in it. So seeing number 1s is like, are you aware? Are you awake? Are you alert? Like the magician. You have so much to choose from. Make sure you pick the right thing, because there's a lot coming at you. Nice to see my face. Well, thank you. I don't normally show it, but thank you. I do personal readings. Yes, it's in the description. Guys, that totally reminds me, oh my gosh. I'm going to get back on you. Trina, I'll message you right now when I get off of this and see why you haven't got your video. For those of you that are waiting, I just barely finished December orders. I haven't even gotten into January. So don't freak out. If you ordered something January 10th, January 5th, January 1st, January 7th, January 20th, you are going to get that reading now. I mentioned in my previous videos, I was falling a little bit behind with all the different orders, plus my tower moments. So I'm getting them out. If you want a refund, that's fine too. If you don't want to wait, I understand. If you do wait, I'll give you extra later on in the month. So what I've been doing for the people that I've been kind of late on more than 3 weeks, because by the way, my readings are always 3 weeks out. They're not a week. They're not 2 weeks. They're 3. If you want an emergency reading, that's a whole nother story. But I haven't been able to do emergency readings lately, as I've said on my videos. But yeah, so they're always 3 weeks out. I might be able to get 2 to 3 weeks back coming in February, but right now in January, they're definitely 3 weeks apart. Okay? But if you did order, see, yeah, January 10th, you will wait. Okay, great. I'll give you extra. So normally when somebody orders and I'm a little bit late, instead of just stopping it at like an hour or 30 minutes or 15 minutes, if you ordered a mini, I'll go over. So I'll do your video, and if it's an hour, I'll just go deep like I do when I'm live, and I'll go as deep as I need to go, especially if I know you've been waiting. So I'll see whatever message Spirit gives you. So a lot of times, people order a mini from me and it runs a little late, and instead of just getting a 15-minute mini reading, they end up getting a half hour, and they're like, yay, and it's worth waiting for. And my whole message with that is, I promise you, if you are waiting, it is worth waiting for. I will make your reading worth waiting for. It will not be a jip. Trust me, it won't. But one more message. If you guys send me a reading, and I saw this like 5 times on PayPal, there's something about holding a payment. And somebody said, oh, I held my payment until I got the reading because other readers haven't given me my reading. So I held my payment till I get my reading. No, I'm not going to do the reading that way because I've already not been paid a few times. So I'm not going to finish the reading, spend all my work, have you hold the reading, and then I don't get paid for the reading. So I'm not going to do that. So if you have a held payment, it doesn't release it to my PayPal. It will just show me you have a payment, but it's on hold. For whatever reason, I'm not going to do that reading. So I'll just hit the refund button. Okay? Which I did that for someone earlier. They paid an emergency reading, and they held the payment. And I was like, well, I'm not going to give you the reading if it's held. So I just I never did it. And I just refunded it, because I never got the money anyways. And so, anyways, if that's the situation, that's the situation. So know if it is held for some reason, an out of the country reason, or your bank is holding it for a reason or whatever, I'm not going to do it that way. But that's it, guys. So I do personals. Yes. I may not always do personals either. Sometimes I do personals here in my city. And I've gone to seminars and I just kind of did personals every once in a while because it takes a lot of energy out of me. There will be times in my career that I will take a break on personals for soul replenishment because I'm not a robot. I can't just spit out readings consistently 30 days a month, So there are times that I need to take a step back, replenish my spirit, replenish my mind so I'm able to be a receiver, kind of like charging up your crystals. Sometimes we got to charge up. So sometimes I do take a break. But for now, I am receiving them. So if you made any orders, it will be received. Whenever I stop orders, I'll just take the PayPal out of my account and it won't be there. And you'll know, oh, she's not ordering right now. And that's that. But like I said, by this weekend, I should have my calendar on my website. So you'll be able to go on my website and see a calendar and see what days I'm going to be available. So you can click on it and order. It's probably going to be 3 weeks out, but you'll be able to click on those days and expect an order on that day. So it won't be so, oof, when's it coming? Okay? So that's it, guys. I love you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you so much to all your guys' donations. It means the world to me. Thank you. And that's it, guys. So I felt I had to put this message out here. It was a big old long one, and I'm sorry. But it is what it is. I hope you can find your way on this journey. The most important thing I want you to take from this reading is trust your intuition. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to other readers. Trust yours. Because I know you have it. And I just want you to work on that. Build it up. Get strong. You know that you know. Heck, and then you'll be doing some readings for me. You guys will be all psychic and we could just do readings for each other. That'd be awesome. But I know you guys got this, and you're spiritual super beings. So trust your intuition. You'll know exactly what to do. You'll know exactly what to do. If you feel burdened to make a call, do it. If you feel burdened to send a letter, do it. If you feel burdened to cry, do it. That's your intuition. It's a good one. All right, guys, I love you. I'm going to go. It's been yakety yak, yak, yak nonstop. So I hope you guys have a good night and relax and all that jazz. But I'm going. Thank you for watching. I think I spent, 5 hours on my readings today? That's nice. I feel ridiculous. But I love you guys. I'm real, I'm honest, and I'm always here. So if I can help you on this journey, just ask. I'll get to you when I can. And if it takes me too long, I'm sorry, but I'm trying. I'm so glad you guys are all here on the live. All right, that's enough. I love you guys. Bye, Karen. Thank you for being my moderator. I love it. 116 Milan, please watch my videos. They were really good today. Spirit was really with us. He was really with us, and he gave us the right message. I know it. Praying for my strength. Thank you so much. P. James. Miyoshi, I love you. Ray, I love you too. Karen, I love you lots. Jen, I love you lots. Becky, you know I love you. You guys I'm so proud of you guys. And Trina, I'll see you soon. If I can't get this damn recording to you, Trina, if it's too long or it's like trapped because of the zipped file or something, we'll figure it out. Worst case scenario, I'll do a Skype with you live now if you want, Trina. Okay, just let me know. If I can't get that damn email out, I'm done trying. I'm frustrated with social freaking medias and emails. I'm much happier in the ancient days where we didn't have this technology bullshit. I'd rather just zoom the message to you in my mind. Boom, here it is. Instant transfer. Oh, I love you guys. Who's this? Lorna. What about me? Do you not love me? Lorna, I love you too. Yes. All right, guys. I'm going. Get deep tonight with yourself. You're going to feel better. And I know God's going to come to you tonight. I know Source is going to come to you tonight. I know He is.